Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green, back right now with another movie review. Tonight, I'm finna give y'all Promising Young Woman. Now, I saw a trailer for this movie back in the day when theaters were still open. It looked very interesting to me. And I had to wait all this time to catch it on streaming. I finally caught it last week, and I'm about to give y'all this review. I'm gonna let you know what I thought about the movie, the plot, the premise, all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna try not to break down too many spoilers. I'm also gonna let you know who I think this movie is for, who needs to see it, who should see it, things of that nature, and why I think this movie is extremely needed at a time like this. Strap your safety belt in, because we about to go for a ride. All right, everybody, so Promising Young Woman was directed by Emerald Fennell, and it stars Carey Mulligan, that chick from Drive with Ryan Gosling. You know the movie. It's a good one. Now, what this movie is basically about, you got Carey Mulligan's character who is distraught, she's depressed, and she's sad, still heartbroken over this traumatizing experience that happened to a friend of hers when she wasn't there. To keep it plain and simple, if you've seen the trailer, you probably get the idea. Her friend was date raped, horrible shit, jumping off. Now, as the movie goes on, you understand what eventually basically happened to the friends, maybe what happened to the family, maybe how the whole situation got covered up. That's all in the trailer. But what this movie is basically about is us following this character, okay, played by Carey Mulligan, in kind of giving a warning to young dudes out at the nightclubs. These cats that are drinking, kind of putting them in a position that kind of shocks them out of their drunken stupor to realize that maybe what they are trying to do or going to do, embarking on, is the worst thing that they could ever do in their entire life. So as you're watching this film progress, it goes somewhere extremely specific, but that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. You gotta watch the whole film to figure it all out. Now, as I said, this movie does go somewhere extremely specific to the story of Carey Mulligan's character. That's what I want you to figure out for yourself. But if you read anything about this film, if you've seen any of the trailers, as I said before, you kind of get the idea that some woman had something done to her that wasn't right, and then it got kind of covered up, and now this chick is trying to figure it all out. Now, the way I look at this movie is I look at this chick kind of like Batman. Huh? I mean that in the sense that in this film, her whole entire life, ever since this traumatizing experience, is built up in getting revenge and or being the hero vigilante type, if you will, that's gonna stop these dudes from potentially A, ruining their lives with a quote unquote mistake, or B, just doing things that they think is okay to do because of rape culture. This movie is definitely nailing that point home. This movie is definitely showcasing what it is like on the other side of the fence. What's it like for a woman trying to go to the dean and say, look, this happened to me. But the person that she's saying it about maybe is a promising young male with an athletic career ahead of him or a big business career ahead of him. What's it like on that side of the fence? But the one thing that I love about the point that this movie is trying to sell is that it doesn't beat you over the head with it in an annoying way. It does it in a very creative way. That's why I say she's basically like Batman to me, a hero vigilante who has sacrificed her entire life since that moment to make sure that this does not happen to as many people as she can prevent it happening to. Now, after talking to some of my homegirls and some of my homies, there might be some misconceptions about this film. I did mention rape culture. Rape culture, at least as far as I know, okay, is basically things that we used to look at back in the 80s or the 90s that promoted certain types of behavior. Slapping on the booty, harassing chicks at work, catcalling, shit like this. Back in the day, those things were not as frowned upon as they are now. Not to say that they weren't negative then, they were, but just that the community and the society that we lived in was a lot more lenient on the way that they treated people that did that type of stuff, okay? So this movie is not promoting, hey, get drunk, let something happen to you, you know, whatever. This movie is definitely showing that, look, you can go out, you can have a good time, maybe you have a few too many, but that does not give anybody, nobody, the right to abuse you or take advantage of you in no way, shape, or form. It don't matter what you wearing, how you look, how you talking, if you drunk, it don't effing matter. So this movie is the complete antithesis to rape culture. Understand that in case you were a little confused. Now, with that said, who do I think that this movie is for? I think this movie is for everyone. If you're someone who likes a Quentin Tarantino type revenge tale, where maybe history is flipped on its head, seen from a completely different point of view than you've ever seen before, then this is the film for you. If you're someone who has been trying to tell that one person in your circle, no, this is a real thing. This isn't how it's supposed to be. This movie might be the one you want to put on that one random Friday night. So then they kind of see it from a different perspective, like, oh shit, okay, I get it. If you're someone young, if you're an athlete, if you're a teenage girl, this I think is a movie that everyone can get down with. Why? Because we do have someone who's trying to right a wrong. We also have people learning their lesson who need to be taught a lesson. And for anybody growing up, you never know when you're gonna put yourself in a position you should not be in. And this movie might just be that one little thing in the back of your mind that says, watch out, whether you guy or whether you girl, it don't matter. It's got a good message for everyone. All right, y'all. Well, you made it to the end of the video. I'm proud of you. Thank you for your support. I mean that. If you've been enjoying what I'm giving you, please hook your homie up with a like and a subscribe. It means a hell of a lot to me, and it does help my channel. Now, in the end of the day, I hope I gave you just enough to want to go check this movie out, because sometimes there are people that say there's not enough women directors. Well, this chick, Emerald, directed the hell out of this movie because it's great. It has mystery. It has intrigue. It has a real life message that's very contemporary to our time. And it's entertaining and has some jokes here and there, believe it or not, okay? I also think that Carey Mulligan killed it in this movie, right? Her acting is on point. You believe the character that she's playing. And again, the reason why I called her a Bruce Wayne Batman type character was because she's very grizzled throughout the entire film. She has one mission at hand, and she's gonna accomplish that mission come hell or high water, believe it. Yo, I hope you check this movie out. Give it a shot, give it a chance. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.